Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. You already probably have seen this card. I think it was yesterday that the new rank up magic spell card, Soul Shape Force, was revealed on the YGO organization website. So feel free to check out the link in the video description, and also props to Yu-Gi-Oh Hack for already scripting this card on YgoPro. So guys, feel free to check out his channel, YouTube channel, down below in the video description. So what does this new rank up magic Soul Shape Force spell card do? This card is retarded. You can activate it by paying half of your life points, so it's very similar to a hero lives, and then you can target one Raidraptor Exceed monster in your graveyard to special summon it, and immediately after this card resolves, you can Exceed summon one Exceed monster from your extra deck that is 2 ranks higher by using that target as the Exceed material. So what does this mean? Most of the time, of course, if you're playing a Raidraptor deck or maybe Blackwings, since that's quote-unquote the only downside to this new rank up magic spell card is that you can only use it on a Raidraptor Exceed monster that's in your graveyard. But after that, it has no limitations, so you can just Exceed summon any rank 6 Exceed from your extra deck. So this basically means you can get a quote-unquote free Cyber Dragon Infinity on board just by overlaying something like a 4 Strix, for example, since we know how good 4 Strix is in a Raidraptor deck, and also of course in a Blackwing deck, since I think those are pretty much the only decks that can play 4 Strix effectively. And you can just basically special summon a Cyber Dragon Infinity for free, and you know that Konami is just kidding around with this card when they made this card this new rank up magic spell card, since it pretty much has no limitations. You can activate multiples during the same turn. You don't have to have an empty field like you have with Hero Lives. You know you have to have an empty field. No, you can just activate multiple Soul Shape Forces during the same turn. You can special summon multiple Cyber Dragon Infinities during the same turn. It's absolutely ridiculous, since again, the only downside is that you have to have your Raidraptor Exceed in your grave, and let's face it, most of the time it will be 4 Strix, since that's pretty much the better Raidraptor Exceeds. It's currently playable in existence, so currently testing out the new Raidraptor card, since again, 4 Strix is an OCG exclusive currently, so the deck is definitely fun to play with, but let's hope that Konami releases both the 4 Strix, and I think also Tribute, the Raidraptor Tribute, the Armageddonite, the 1800 deck is also an OCG exclusive, I think. I'm not really sure about this, but let's hope Konami releases both these cards in the TCG, but that new rank up magic spell card is just bonkers, as you will see here in the duels. So let's not waste any more time, let's hop into the first game. Alright, this is one of the first duels. My opponent is playing with Cosmos, and I think I get to start. And you know, if you already played Raidraptors or know how the deck works, you have a lot of possible rank 4 Exceed plays. Very commonly, you go for that 4 Strix first turn to get a search. Eventually, if you were able to get your Mimikrai in your grave, you can banish it to search out your Nest. Nest is pretty much the Whirlwind, the Black Whirlwind. For this deck, you can just search any Raidraptor monster from your deck, and also the new Raidraptor monster, I think it's called Singer Lanius or something like that. You can just special summon if you control an Exceed monster, so again, another 4 Strix to end your turn with. So this is a very, very explosive first turn for me, but very nice here. Icarus attack to tribute my 4 Strix, immediately pop 2 cards from my opponent, potentially clear the back row, so I can freely pay half my life points, which is something you really don't like to do, but if you can sacrifice 4k life points just to special summon Cyber Dragon Infinity, you just have to do that. So Infinity on board with only 1 material, that 4 Strix, but you know that Cyber Dragon Infinity can also put any attack position monster on the field to its Exceed material, so that's just too good. And that Utopia the Lightning, since I'm also running that Utopia, what is it called, that Shockmaster, like Utopic Sea, I believe the name is, so Utopia the Lightning is also one of the better rank 4 Exceeds to go to. Then next match, again showcasing the possible combos you can do against Satellanites. Phoenix Chain, Mystical Space Typhoon to get a search, get some nice shenanigans going with, you know, with Mimicry. And I also think I have Fuzzylanius as one of its Exceed materials. Castel is a big threat, since Castel can of course bounce back my 4 Strix to the extra deck, so that leaves my, rank up spell card pretty much dead. Anyway, so an empty field, why not go for Infinity first? Make sure that my plays can come through. Normal summon my Vanishing, get an extra tribute summon for that tribute, I believe, yeah, the Armageddonite for the archetype. Send that Mimicry from my deck to the grave. Attack into his field, get some nice damage going. He forces out, yeah, very nice here, he forces out Cyber Dragon Infinity's effect. So now, yeah, Cyber Dragon Infinity does not have any materials, but with Raidraptors I can solve this. So search that Singer Lanius, I believe, special summon it on board, since I control my any Exceed material monster, any Exceed monster on my side of the field, and just put that monster to that Cyber Dragon Infinity as one of the Exceed materials. And here I think I top decked into another one. Very easy to get that second Cyber Dragon Infinity on board, and this is more than enough. So I don't get why Konami didn't give the card some kind of restriction, like you can only activate once per turn, or you have to control, you have to have an empty field, for example. You have a few options, but not give this card any restriction and just give it the quote-unquote cost to pay half your life points is just so good. So he activates his Shaddoll Fusion, which I'm going to Gust, so the activation is negated. Activate Breakthrough Skill on Scepter, but he also has El Shaddoll Fusion, so must be nice. Anyway, so both Skolmata and El Shaddoll Construct triggers, and with Construct I believe he sent Core to the grave, so Core can get back his Shaddoll Fusion, and he goes for Winda. Winda is of course a very big threat here for Raidraptors, because obviously you can only special summon once during your turn. He already special summons his BLS, gets in for a lot of damage. I don't know, maybe the BLS was a bit strange choice here, since now I can just activate my rank up spell card, immediately special summon my 4 Strix, and of course Chain Breakthrough on Winda. And here he was not able to activate his ring, since my life points are too low and the effect still has to resolve. And yeah, by the time he's able to respond, my Cyber Dragon Infinity is already on the board with enough attack that's much higher than my life points, so he was not able to activate this Ring of Destruction. And as I said, yeah, that rank up spell card is not limited to once per turn. I can just go for a second Cyber Dragon Infinity. You can special summon 2, it only has that restriction if you overlay your Cyber Dragon Nova. So with this you can just special summon 2 Cyber Dragon Infinity. So ridiculous, and I can negate 2 times, negate the Ring of Destruction, get a search. I still have my normal summon, so that search out that Fuzzylanius, and normal summon my tribute, send that Mimicry to the grave, search out Nest, he reveals the Sinister Shadow Games, but I still have 1 negation left, and yeah, so nice. And yeah, this is... I can just attack for a game. Maybe a Falco here would have been a bit stally, but yeah, during my main phase 2 I was always able to activate both infinities to put that tribute and that 4 Strix to the Exceed materials of both Cyber Dragon infinities. So yeah, next turn I would have definitely had the game. So guys, again, feel free to try out these new cards on YgoPro. You can download the update on Yu-Gi-Oh! Hack's channel, so feel free to check out the link in the video description. It's only for YgoPro, so not for Devpro. But yeah, to conclude, I don't know why they made this card, especially since they banned Ptolemaios in the OCG, so we all thought, I think, okay, Cyber Dragon Infinity is not going to be a problem anymore, but with this new rank up spell card, it's just... yeah, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, so guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.